Drugs are on the rise in northern Michigan. If you've watched the news or read the paper, you know this. But this is a first-hand account of a customer, one of thousands in our community who these sellers make thousands from. In this special report, I sat down with a young woman to find out how easy it was for drugs to get a hold of her and her ongoing fight to keep them out of her life.
All it takes is that one try for you to become hooked.
That's how it was for Rachel. The Traverse City native asked that we not show her face, but if you could, you would see she's nothing like the stereotype.
I came from a really good family. Both of my parents have really good jobs in the community, and I had a really just positive upbringing, but there was just always this part of me that I felt like I didn't belong anywhere I went.
In junior high, Rachel started using prescription drugs like Adderall and Vicodin with friends at school.
When I first started doing it, I was like, oh my gosh, I found like my miracle, my cure for everything. I want to feel like this all the time. But you're always chasing that.
Getting that euphoric feeling took over her life, and it only took a few months.
It went from just being a weekend thing, so maybe I would just use on the weekends, or maybe once or twice during the week at school, to pretty soon it was just a daily thing.
A daily habit that led to harder drugs like cocaine and ecstasy.
I was willing to do whatever it took, so I would steal from people. I would steal from people that were my friends. I would steal from family. So things like that if I was in my right mind would never be like okay with me.
Once Rachel had the money, drugs were easy to get.
There's a lot of hangouts in Traverse City where that goes on a daily basis.
Well, I think that the profit margin in the Cadillac Traverse City area is much larger.
Undercover drug agents track these sellers down every day.
Those individuals come from downstate and they pay $80 for a gram of heroin. That same gram of heroin in northern Michigan is worth $200 to $300.
This agent believes the key to fighting the drug problem lies in its users.
I think if we didn't have such a large customer base or demand here in northern Michigan, we would less likely have those individuals trying to come here to make that profit or to sell those drugs.
They're fighting a vicious cycle as Rachel, who's been clean 6 years now, fights her addiction every day.
I just want there to be hope out there, for anyone that's struggling with addiction. You can get clean and stay clean.
If you're struggling with addiction, there are a number of resources available to you. We've included links to those on our website, UpNorthLive.com.